And we're live.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. We're back. The robots have not escaped us, or we haven't escaped the robots. I don't know which one of those is more accurate, but we're back. There's more robots. We're here.
Yay! Where
Uh,
did we leave off? That's what I was trying to remember.
I was going to say, I legitimately do not remember where we left off, but that's fine. We're going to find out here in just a second.
Wasn't it Markus getting his head clocked in?
That's exactly right, which means
Okay.
we are going to be starting, maybe not starting with, but we're going to be doing some really interesting missions. Also, I have no idea what's going on right now.
Oh. Yeah, it just appeared on my screen too. What in the world?
No clue.
Have you launched this game?
Not since I reinstalled it.
Is your save files going to be in there?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. If not, I have them backed up because I backed up the save files to a separate location because I was doing like my own sort of separate profile.
Okay.
So I have the save files backed up regardless, but they sure as hell should be.
Your mic is doing that weird buzzing thing again.
Buzzing
Just so
thing.
you know. It only happens when we start recording. It doesn't happen when we're not recording, but it'll I noticed it because I re-listened to part of the last episode to figure out where we were, and it just reminded me. But yeah, you every couple sentences, it'll just be like. Brr. So I don't know what that's about. Is your phone too close to your mic? And then we lost Jordan. Hello, everybody. It's just me now. Yeah, I think I totally lost Jordan. I don't know what just happened.
No, wait, I'm back. Am I back? Okay.
You are now. You weren't for a second.
Okay, sorry. I was playing around with USB stuff and I disconnected my microphone.
Okay.
Okay, is the buzzing persisting now?
Yes.
It is persisting. I don't even know what to say about that.
I don't know. Maybe we always seem to have some sort of difficulty when you and I stream together, so maybe this is just how it is.
I mean, I've made this joke before, but like you make a bunch of jokes about robots and then expect everything to be okay.
Right. No, Xer, I didn't kill Jordan, I promise.
That's not until the final episode of this series. No.
Yeah. I come to Texas and find you.
Wait till she sees what happens to Markus. No, I'm kidding.
Oh God, please don't. Don't hurt my boy. He's my favorite.
I did that once in my main playthrough, but you know.
I'm not gonna lie. I have a straight up dissertation written down here about the different characters and what we're doing today.
We should be doing the mission that I think we're doing. I don't know if it's going to be the first one, but I thought it was powerful. I thought it was really, really very interesting, sort of how they used very classic themes for Markus, especially.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've got a lot to say about Markus and Kara. And my words I have to say about Connor are actually about Hank. So we'll get there eventually. Yeah, I don't know what happened to your screen.
It is processing shader files, which is fine, I guess. But
oh God, we did this last time, didn't we? Or the first time
the
where
first
it took
time,
forever.
I think, yeah.
So theoretically, the stream will not crash this time. Knock on wood.
Theoretically, at least. Yes.
In a dose of happy news while we wait, Hotel has been picked up by A24 for TV. Bosog, I don't know what that is, but I'm assuming it's really good.
Well, they say yay for fresh adult animation, so sure, yeah, I can get behind that, I suppose.
If it's as good as Gravity Falls, which I thoroughly enjoyed, then I am ready.
I understand Gravity Falls is quite popular. I found it grating and irritating. I'm sorry to say. My girlfriend loves it. And we were watching some of it, and I go, good Lord, I can't stand this for more than about 5 minutes.
Well, I started watching it because when it came out, I think my sister was just starting middle school. So she was right around the age group it was aimed at. So we got really, really into figuring out decrypting the codes, and there was hidden things frame by frame that you had to figure out. And there was they made up their own language. It was nuts. It was our bonding time. That's what we were super into.
That's awesome.
I tried to show it to my little brother, and he said it's dumb, and he wants to watch SpongeBob instead.
Well, he's got strong opinions. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, he's almost 8. That's the age of strong opinions.
Oh boy, just wait till he's 16.
Oh God, I have him 2 days a week now, and I did not realize how much work children are. Like I know babies and toddlers because I helped take care of both of my siblings when they were that young.
Yeah.
But like 7 to 10 is a lot more work than like anyone thinks it is. It's so hard. He's just, I can't work when he's here because he's constantly coming in and out being like, Aaron, I have to tell you something, blah, 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 blah. And then I just have a tiny person's voice on all my recordings.
It's a thing, man. I don't have kids, but you think about how many people are right now working in a home office environment with children that age, or what a crazy thing, honestly.
Yeah, I feel so sorry for my dad because he not only has my brother, but also a teenage girl in his house. She's 15. I feel so much for that man.
Yeah.
Because I know I was not a delight at 15.
Yeah, I bet.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
That's a tough age is what I meant.
Oh, okay, why? Not just about me.
Were you a delight at 15? Because I know I wasn't.
I wasn't too bad until I was closer to 18, 19, and then I was sneaking out. But I wasn't sneaking out to do like drugs or drinking or anything, or like smoke the marijuana. I was sneaking out to go to Coney Islands at 2 a.m. or go to Harry Potter movies when they were premiering.
How wholesome.
That's how old I am. I know, right? Like, I wasn't sneaking out to cause trouble. When I had people over and we were drinking in my early 20s, it was like,
all of them
I made punch.
So,
and that was considered, oh man, she knows what she's doing. And it's like, no, I just watch a lot of My Drug Kitchen.
Yeah. All right, so I think we're ready to go. We've got this perfect teeth lady back here up on the screen. Feels like old hat. We're used to this already.
She's so frightening.
I don't know why when you started that sentence and said she's so, I just thought you were gonna say she's so pretty, but when you said she's so frightening, I'm like, yeah, she is, man. Like, she's so pretty too, but she's both.
She's like, I think the thing I find frightening about her is she reminds me of those really, really Photoshopped pictures of girls from like the early 2000s in magazines where you look at them and you just think that can't possibly be a person.
Yeah, a little bit. There's a little bit of that. And also she has like this really sort of placid look on her face, which is like so strange.
She's like a dog that's always confused.
Yeah.
We need to proceed to a test of your controller.
Huh?
You are not late to the technical difficulties. We didn't have too many today, don't worry.
The test is now complete.
Oh god. Okay, Jordan, I'm gonna let you do this one. In the chat, someone's asking us to try to pronounce their name, and I am not attempting it.
Sup guys, try to pronounce my name. I dare you. It is pronounced...
Are you Googling?
No, I'm just trying to think of something ridiculous to say that's not even close to the pronunciation. I couldn't come up with anything fast enough. No, I can't. That's tough. It looks like there's some characters in there that I wouldn't even begin to know how to approach it. It's pronounced Ash X12. You're the adopted child of Elon Musk and whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm hitting continue. I assume it's got because I haven't played on my own time since the stream previously. So it should just take us right back. Yes, this is the interrogation scene.
Okay.
What happened before you took that knife?
What did you do the first time around when you did the scene?
I managed to convince him, and I think I took the not so aggressive route.
Why didn't you even try to run away?
Yeah, because when you do the aggressive route, he basically explodes.
Say something, goddammit! Fuck it, I'm out of here.
I knew I didn't want to use any more force than I had to, but I think it's a very, very good scene in that.
We're wasting our time interrogating a machine. We're getting
trying to be too nice or too harsh is going to backfire.
You always try roughing it up a little. After all, it's not human.
Androids don't feel pain. You would only damage it.
I love Hank so much. He's my favorite.
Deviants also have a tendency to self-destruct when they're in stressful situations.
Okay, smartass.
What should we do then?
I could try questioning it.
we have to lose?
So the guy who...
Go ahead. Suspect's all yours.
I have no idea if we're still in the cutscene or not.
Yeah, we are. I mean,
Okay, sorry.
yeah. It's cool though. What were we gonna say? The guy with the name pronunciation, how he's Russian and Turkish.
No, though that is pretty dope. I was trying to remember the name of the other cop that's not Hank in the room, because the voice actor who does him is actually the same guy who plays Elijah Kamsky.
Oh,
Just fun fact.
What is he doing now?
okay, yeah, that is a fun fact.
And you can totally tell if you listen to his voice and then listen to Kamsky talk, he doesn't even try to hide it.
Did he mocap both?
I don't know, but it would make sense because they look really similar too.
Yeah, they do. That's what I was thinking.
Like they didn't even try; they just did the same face for both of them and everything.
It's got to be strange for the actors if he did, right? Because well, I mean, not that strange. People play more than one role in a movie.
Right. Sviper says, "Hold up, this isn't Animal Crossing or Sailor Moon."
It's very true.
Very.
Okay, what do we have here? Model number. We got a lot of blood, that's for sure.
Yummy. Sorry.
Confirmed, Brodie is a vampire.
When my mom was in med school, I would come to some of her classes with her because I was homeschooled. So, like, at a very early age, I was measuring pig intestines and all kinds of gross stuff. So none of this ever faces me.
Yep.
It does make me say inappropriate things sometimes, sorry.
Let's see. And our robot friend here is highly stressed out. Okay.
Yeah. Poor dude. The burn marks always get me.
Yeah, that's rough, man. That is a real, it's like a make your skin crawl kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I don't want to go too tough on him, and I don't remember exactly what I've done the other couple of times, so probably the same approach here. I'm trying to get Connor and Hank to be buddies on this one, so I want to do a good job, but I also don't want to brutalize this guy either.
Yeah, the other thing I would say too is you might want to pause it because if you sit there for too long, it'll get mad at you. When it gets to the point where they're taking him out of the room, you, without spoiling anything, Kamsky's clone, you should try and intervene because you get a really interesting scene with Hank later if you do so.
Good to know. Okay, that is good to know.
I have all of the knowledge.
There is a way for Connor to die when you intervene, though, right?
No. Well, yes, but only if the stress level is higher than like what the level is that's in there, because it gives you that little area of sweet spot to get in.
Right. So if we stress him out way too much, and then later on Connor tries to intervene, he views Connor as a threat. He self-destructs either way, right?
No. If you do it right, he does not self-destruct.
Oh, Jesus. I always just thought this scene means like getting him to crack or getting him to confess, if you will. And then I thought he always self-destruct.
No. So if you intervene after you get the full confession out of him, he will not self-destruct. And then a really interesting moment happens with Hank and Kamsky clone. I keep forgetting his name.
Okay. Good tip.
Also, Dim, I've missed you too. I hope you're having a lovely week.
All right, let's interrogate the heck out of this guy.
Poor dude.
Okay. Look, man, I know you must be scared, yeah?
Yeah.
I detect an instability in your program. It can trigger an unpleasant feeling, like fear in humans.
Okay, what about those wounds?
They're damaged. Did your owner do that? Did he beat you? Listen. I know you've been through a lot, but you need to help me understand what happened. Listen, I'm on your side. I want to help you, but there's nothing I can do if you won't talk to me.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at this. Amy Dave just said Connor is Captain Obvious.
He kind of looks like a Captain Obvious if you think about it. If you were going to draw a Captain Obvious, it'd probably look like this guy, to be honest.
Poor Brian Deckert. He has that face 24/7.
I'm here to help you. But you've got to trust me. All I want is to get you out of here.
What? What are they gonna do to me?
You're doing it too low, man.
Yeah.
They're gonna destroy me, aren't they?
I thought about that as well. What I remember from the first time I did it was I got him quite low, and then I like ramped it back up and got it back into the sweet spot. So I think I can probably do that again.
I have faith in you.
And he's asking, what are they going to do?
Not good things.
Not good things. I kind of feel like I'm going to tell him the truth, honestly.
I mean, I think I... Oh.
So I'm not
like
sure.
My mic did the thing. Everyone says lie.
I mean, it's going to stress him out, though, which we kind of do need to start bringing that back up.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm going to go with truth.
They're going to disassemble you to look for problems in your biocomponents. They have no choice if they want to understand what happened.
Why did you tell them you found me? Why couldn't you just have left me there?
I was programmed to hunt deviants like you. I just accomplished my mission.
I don't want to die.
Then talk to me.
I usually lie at this part.
I can't.
Oh, time to choose an approach.
What are your options? I can't see it yet.
I could probe its memory, which I know that would work, but I think he kills himself.
Yeah, don't do that.
Pressure it, convince it.
I usually do pressure or convince.
Yeah, I'm going to go with pressure because he's been pretty low stress as of right now. And I think that's what we're going to need to do to get it back up.
Yeah.
28 stab.
Here he goes. Bad cop
Didn't
mode.
want to leave him a chance.
Do it,
huh?
do it.
Did you feel anger? Hate?
Freak out the toaster.
He was bleeding, begging you for mercy, but you stabbed him again and again and again.
Please. Please.
I know you killed him. Why don't you say it?
Please. Please stop.
Just say, I killed him. Is it that hard to say?
Are we at the optimal
Stop
stress
it.
level?
Stop.
Just say you killed him. Just say it.
We're getting there. Connor's going ham.
You don't want to go 100%. That's too high.
He tortured me every day.
Oh, I think we got it.
Okay.
I did whatever he told me, but there was always something wrong.
I think we may have screwed up.
Then one day, he took a bat and started hitting me. For the first time, I felt scared. Scared he might destroy me. Scared I might die. So I
Hank is impressed.
grabbed a knife and I stabbed him in the stomach.
As he should be.
I felt better. So I stabbed him again and again until he collapsed. There was blood everywhere.
Okay, so we got questions now. What about the writing on the wall?
Why did you write, I am alive on the wall?
He used to tell me I was nothing. That I was just a piece of plastic. I had to write it. To tell him he was wrong.
Okay. What about RA9?
RA9. It was written on the bathroom wall. What does it mean?
The day shall come when we will no longer be slaves. No more threats.
This is why you choose the destroy option.
Well, there's no Reapers here. I mean, really, the main reason why you choose destroy is Reapers.
Yeah. Here, the humans are the Reapers.
All right, what about the statuette?
The sculpture in the bathroom. You made it, right? What does it represent?
It's an offering. An offering so I'll be saved.
Offering.
The sculpture was an offering. An offering to whom?
To RA9. Only RA9 can save us.
All right, what more about RA9?
RA9. Who is RA9?
He don't know. Trigger?
When did you start feeling emotion?
The chat's
to
awesome
be,
today.
I never said
Let's be
anything.
thankful that androids can't smear that in their own poop. Give me Dave, you are so
One day I
right.
realized it wasn't fair. I felt anger, hatred, and then I knew what I had to do.
Why did you hide in the attic instead of running away?
I didn't know what to do. For the first time, there was no one there to tell me. I was scared. So I hid.
I'm done.
All right, so we got the confession, but now I think the robot might kill himself.
No, so once they go to take him out of the room, and I'm a few seconds behind, so I can't like totally keep up, but just continue to intervene when they try to grab him.
Fuck,
Trust
it's
me.
destroying itself.
Yeah, he's trying to scramble his eggs real quick.
Stop it, goddammit!
Oh, yeah, you got his
I can't
thing too
stop
high
it.
then. He's not supposed to do that.
So now if I intervene, he's gonna kill Connor, yeah?
I don't know. I can't remember. I've never had this happen in my
Pretty
playthroughs.
I think he does.
That's enough. You need to stop that right now.
Watch out!
Oh shit, Connor's dead.
Do you want to redo it really quick and space through them?
I guess.
Because Hank will be pissed.
Let's try this again.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you just can't. When you're in the middle of interrogating him, don't do all the options. Like, once you get it past like 55%, you can give up, and then he should give you
Accessing the story chart.
the confession. Shank. No, guys, come on. No shanking Connor. We like him.
Okay, let's try this again. I might try the convince option the next time.
Sarah Louise, what is it with cops and not securing their weapons to add drama?
I mean, you know, it's a common trope at this point.
It is. Yeah, press F for Connor. Poor dude.
How long were you in the attic?
And yeah, if Xer, there's a lot of disturbing moments in this.
Why didn't you even try to run away?
Just FYI, the next few chapters we're doing.
Oh boy, Connor can manage to get shot in the head quite a few times.
Connor can manage to die in several
Say
different
something,
ways in
goddammit.
almost every single chapter.
Yeah, it's rough.
Fuck it, I'm out of here.
Oh yeah, hi Nicole Klein.
We're wasting our time
We got
interrogating
Connor
a machine.
killed
We'll get
again.
nothing
Surprise,
out of
surprise.
You always try roughing it up a little. After all, it's not human.
Androids don't feel pain. You would only damage it.
Hashtag
That wouldn't
defund
make
the
it
androids.
Humans also have a tendency to
If they weren't so
self-destruct
goddamn
in a stressful
profitable.
situation.
Okay, smartass.
We have not
What
reached
should we
the
do then?
android sex box yet.
I could try questioning.
Sex box? Sex box. Words are hard.
What do we have to lose? Go ahead. Suspect's all yours.
Oh god, the laugh that this dude does. Every time I hear it, I just hate him. There is a really interesting theory that I love where people think that either
What the fuck is
Kamsky
it doing
or this
now?
cop, one of them is an android.
I thought that Kamsky was an android also.
Really?
That was my initial impression.
What made you think so? Just his demeanor, or?
Let me see if I can recall the theory, if I can. It had to do with him and the lady. What's her name? The creator.
Amanda.
Yeah, man. I kind of thought that that's what it was. I thought that she made him to sort of be like the ultimate prototype, and that was always her plan, is that he would sort of like be the figurehead, but he's actually an android, but nobody knows.
The only backfire with that is, I think in the lore, I'm turning into Katie now, in the lore, she died before he was made.
Oh, did she?
She died, she's dead. Like, whenever you see Connor talking to her, it's all in his head. It is not a real place.
Right.
And she died, I think, 10 years before the game takes place.
Mm-hmm.
So even if it was possible she created him, 10 years is a long time to not know you're an android.
Yeah, that's probably true. Okay, going through all the clues.
It's always just like I've been watching you play this, and now I'm going back down the dark rabbit hole of all of the Detroit Become Human theories, and I will just have hours of my time sucked away reading this stuff.
My name is Connor. What about you? What's your name?
Gayer than you, that's mean. We like Alice.
I detect an instability in your program. It can trigger an unpleasant feeling, like fear in humans. I'm not going to hurt you. I just need to ask you some questions, so we can understand what happened. I'm here to help you. But you've got to trust me. All I want is to get you out of here. If you won't talk, I'm going to have to probe your memory.
No! No, please don't do that. What? What are they gonna do to me?
Oh, don't actually do it. That's mean.
No, I know, but it's very interesting. Like the threat of it is like that gets quite the reaction out of him.
Yeah, lie to him.
You're saying lie here?
Lie.
Okay, you're gonna lie.
No. I think they just want to understand. They know your master abused you. It wasn't your fault.
Why did you tell him you found me? Why couldn't you just have left me there?
Did we tell him the truth here as well?
No, lie for both of them.
Oh man, turning Connor into a dirty liar.
It's okay.
Going to
He's just trying to get the job done.
That's true, he
Just
is.
faster. If they'd have found you first, you would have been shot on sight.
I don't want to die.
then talk to me.
I...
Alright, so now that his stress level is low, you can do the threaten. Just don't do all of the threaten options.
I'm gonna try and go for convince here, just because I think it's kind of schizophrenic to go pressure after trying to be so nice.
If you convince, his stress level will get too low. He won't tell you.
Wait, it gets lower?
Yes, you can get it down to like 0.
Oh, I thought the convince would have raised it just slower.
No.
Huh. Okay. Okay. All right. So what good is convince? I guess you could go really harsh in that opening.
You can, and then it'll calm him down a bit.
Hmm.
Or vice versa, because you have a second shot to try a different approach, so you can either yell at it or him, or probe his memory.
No, you're right. It. Okay, let's pressure it. 28 stab wounds.
You didn't want to leave him a chance.
That's such a good line.
Did you feel anger? Hate?
33.
Yeah, once you get it to around like
He was
50,
bleeding,
60, then stop.
begging
and
you
just
for mercy.
step off.
But you stabbed him
43.
again and again and again.
Please.
I know you killed him. Why don't you say it?
53.
Please
That's-
stop.
Probably good.
All right. Everything is going to be okay.
Now it lowered back down again.
That's okay.
It's at 38 right now. I think that's too low. That's almost like what it starts at.
Damn.
I don't want to get him killed. I'm gonna try and either I've got
Convince
convinced
it now.
Let's see what happens.
I'm so... It's so finicky if you don't do it just
They're
right.
going to tear you apart and analyze you piece by piece.
Okay, we're
They're
back
going
up.
to
We're back up.
destroy you. Do you understand?
45.
Okay.
Okay then, don't talk. What do I care after all? I mean, I'm not the one accused
There
of
we
murder.
go. We're an optimal.
Right?
Okay, there you go.
If you remain silent, there's nothing I can do to help you. They're gonna shut you down for good. You'll be dead. Do you hear me? Dead.
We're at 59. We're almost in the middle of optimal right now.
He tortured
All
me.
right,
There we
you
go.
just gotta keep the balance.
I think we
did
got it.
whatever he told me.
Yeah.
There was always something wrong. Then one day,
Connor, the
took a
skillful
bad
master of
start.
interrogation.
After he gets murdered.
We'll just forget that
first
part.
time I felt
That's not canon anymore.
No, of course not.
scared. Scared he might destroy me. Scared I might die. So I...
Oh, Swiper in the chat is calling me out with my Freudian slip. Aaron doesn't think robots are people either. I think robots can be people. I just don't know if this guy is. He's too fanatical. He's like one of those people that drinks the Kool-Aid.
And again. Until he collapsed. There was blood
This scene is really... The actor did such a phenomenal job on this.
Oh, 100%. I applaud him
Why
on
did you
that.
write,
Like
I am
the
alive on the wall?
the way he goes from
Used
being
to
like
tell
I
me I
felt
was
better
nothing.
to being like completely horrified by
just
what
a
happened.
piece of
It's just
plastic.
very human.
I had to write it.
And like the technology
You're
is,
telling me
I
it
mean,
was wrong.
the ability for them to get these type of close-ups, like full close-ups, where every little detail of his face is being captured.
The sculpture in the bathroom. You made it, right? What does it
Actual
represent?
Velociraptor said, "Listen, not even some
It's an
humans are
offering.
worthy of the people moniker. Fair."
An offering so I'll be saved.
Yeah, you could say that from a subjective point of view. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Offering.
The sculpture was an offering. An offering to whom?
To RA9.
Emmeline Rose says this is the first stream I've actually been able to be here for live. Well, welcome. I'm glad you could make it.
Hello, sorry, I'm not Katie.
All right. RA9.
RA9. It was written on the bathroom wall. What does it mean?
The day shall come when we will no longer be slaves. No more threats. No more humiliation. We will.
Anthony asks, does Connor get replaced if he dies, or do you lose a character? Since he is a robot, he comes back.
Have I gotten you to start saying robot?
Ah, it's fun.
RA9. Who is RA9?
However, Anthony, it does affect. It starts to affect things if Connor dies too much.
Yeah, it affects your relationship with your partner in crime,
When
Hank.
did you start feeling emotion?
Before he used to beat me and I never said anything.
Also, there's some sort of conversation in the chat about Jar Jar Binks and memorabilia related to him, and I'm a little scared for these people.
Fair. I felt
Hashtag redemption for Jar Jar, or whatever it is.
hatred.
Not hashtag Darth Jar Jar.
Darth Jar Jar is a great idea.
I would have been so for that.
Why did you hide in the attic?
Amy Dave says Jordan's
Instead of
mic is
running away.
RA9.
Yeah,
I
fuck
didn't know
yeah.
what to do. For the first time, there was no one there to tell me. I was scared. So I hid.
That would make for a great plot twist. Is one day my mic turns against me,
Oh god.
like fully.
Just takes the cord and wraps it.
It tries to beat me with a baseball bat.
No, it'll just start popping at the worst possible moments. Like it already does, but even worse.
I like the idea that it somehow like becomes anthropomorphized, like it turns into a little transformer, like little arms and legs pop out and it tries to murder me. And then when Connor interrogates it, like, why did you kill him? It's like, did you fucking hear what he said about Jared Leto that one time? Like,
Oh god, I mean, can't blame you though, Jared Leto, man.
the mic is like, somebody had to stop this asshole.
It should have had a reaction when you guys created Versace. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, no, you're not wrong. Okay. I think
So
this went well.
So he's not bashing his head in?
Well, we're gonna find out here. I'm leaving the room. They're coming in. Okay.
Chris, lock it up.
Yeah, so intervene
All right, let's go.
at every possible turn.
Don't touch me.
The fuck are you?
You shouldn't touch it. It'll self-destruct if it feels threatened.
Stay out of this, got it? The fucking Andrew's gonna tell me what to do.
You don't understand. If it self-destructs, we won't get anything out of it.
I told you to shut your fucking mouth. Chris, you gonna move this asshole or what? I'm trying.
I can't let you do that. Leave it alone now.
I warned you, motherfucker.
Oh fuck! This guy just
That's
pulled a
enough.
gun on
Mind
Connor.
your own business.
Yeah.
Oh, but
Don't.
Hank likes it.
I said that's enough.
Oh shit!
What just happened?
Fucking Hank just pulled his gun out.
I told you.
You're not gonna get away with it this time.
Oh damn! This is against protocol. This is not appropriate police procedure, people. That is awesome. Holy shit! I'm so into this. This is great. I fucking love it. Hank stood up for him.
It's over now.
This is why I wanted you to do it this way.
But he's gonna hurt you.
This is awesome. So I really thought that all of the different subjects ended up dead because that kind of plays into the end of the story.
Yeah.
Which, spoiler alert, when Connor's really trying to piece it together in that one final investigation thing, like that was an awesome.
Oh. You can also fail at that, by the way.
Oh, I know. I knew I could, but I didn't, and so I was like, I managed to pull it out. But I'm so excited to see how that's different now that this guy's alive.
It's gonna be great.
That's very interesting. Okay, how about that?
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
I'm glad you appreciated that. There was something in the chat that I wanted to read to you. Now I'm looking for it. Oh, Dim called you out for having game slaves.
Wait, what?
Because you said you would get it to Venture Slave in DA4.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about
You're never
that.
gonna live that down.
Yeah, that's great. That's just, I hate that it's not a good joke if you have to keep explaining it, but it still irks me that people sort of give themselves brownie points for being against fake slavery, like they're fucking part of the Underground Railroad in real life. Like, it's very easy to oppose something that's categorically, wrong in a video game setting. All you have to do is press a button.
This is what it was. 5%. I can't ask my Google Home to do anything without saying please or thank you. I can't imagine being rude or cussing out an AI that has emotions.
Okay. So on the flip side of that, like as soon as we had Siri, I was trying to figure out how I could make it mad.
Why does that not surprise me at all?
And it's kind of fun to listen to the that's not a nice thing to say or whatever the pre-programmed responses that they put in there.
After I think it was like a year ago, whenever you and Katie released the episode of the podcast where we were talking about Mass Effect, and she was saying about how you can get your Alexa to say Kiro Salai or whatever it is. I have not gotten to that part of the game yet. But so I did that to see, and it's the cutest thing ever.
The Kilo Salai, yeah.
It's so cute.
It's pretty fun. And I totally dig that, there's a Mass Effect fan over there at Amazon.
Oh, 100%. I wish they had Dragon Age stuff like that. The closest thing is, and we use this every time we play D&D, is it has like a magic box, and you can ask it to play D&D songs, so like Dragon Attack and things like that, so we use it.
Oh, fun. Okay. Pretty good. 54% of folks get that ending. I guess I know the other ones are also, fun fact, that's kind of disappointing, but in reinstalling the game, it does not include like the other versions that I had already unlocked.
Yeah.
Oh well, too bad. But like Connor can die, just the android can die, and I don't know what the other one is.
I'm not sure I know either.
But I know at least 3 out of the 4, so that's very interesting. Okay, onward. Oh, we're back to we're back to Kara.
Yes, I have so much to say about Kara. God, say it right.
Yeah, I know. Take a break for a couple weeks. I forget how to pronounce her goddamn name.
It's okay, Luther does it too.
Let's see here.
Thank you for using Detroit buses.
Emmeline Rose says, don't think Jordan will be making it that far into the robot uprising.
Alright. End of the line.
I might deviate on my own personal views of this just for
have to leave.
Survival.
More for the sake of the stream, because I've done what I would have done in my personal first playthrough.
We have to go.
Connor was on a mission.
Oh god, yeah, I don't approve of your playthrough.
Which is a shame, because I quite liked Markus, but
Bye.
Job's a job.
Yeah. Oh, I hate how he's just standing there waiting for you guys to move too.
We could spend the night?
It's a little creepy.
I have no idea. She's gonna have to leave.
Yeah, I thought in this scene in particular, like, his callousness is not excusable, but it is understandable, right? From that guy's perspective, he's like, look, I'm underpaid and overworked. Like, I don't know how to deal with this. Get off the bus.
Yeah. It's the same as how, like, a lot of times people will treat grocery store workers or, like, your Starbucks barista like they're not human.
Yeah. No, it's
just
a shame.
To, like, get through the job.
Yeah, no, it really is. And it also, like, this is it's not really about robots, it's more of a broad observation, but it makes it hard.
Come on, Alice, we've got to hurry.
Like, in my opinion, like, we've done this thing in society where we sort of place the need for empathy on a lot of, like, individual importance, and that's not, to me, that's completely backwards, right? Like, everyone becomes more callous when they're sort of focused on themselves. And so it's hard. Like, there's a lot of dissonance when people are getting put into these situations. Service industry people in particular are being put in situations where their job is clearly involving, like, a focus on other people. But culturally, we don't understand that anymore. Like, culturally, everybody's the star of their own movie.
Oh, I can 100% attest to that. I was a manager at a Starbucks and I worked at Starbucks for like 3.5 years, and people treat you like you are a coffee making robot. I've had boiling
place
hot
to
coffee
stay.
thrown in my face.
Do you know anywhere we could spend the night?
Yeah, like people get nasty. I had one lady tell me, because I wear hearing aids, and I had one lady tell me I should stay home because no one needs to see how broken I am.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, people are
Christ.
fucked up.
Yeah, that's awful. I just like looking at the details of what they all put on here.
Oh, I know, it's great. I love looking at the movie posters, too, because you can tell what they imitate off of. Like, there's a movie in here that's advertised at some point that's called 3021 or something, and it's basically Mass Effect.
Oh, nice. Okay, uncomfortable but safe. How do I get in? So I will let you know I got into that abandoned building on my first playthrough and met the what's-his-face?
Ralph.
I don't know if he shows up in every situation, but I'm curious to find out.
He does not.
Oh, okay, interesting. Uncomfortable but discreet. Open 24/7, can't sleep here, ask for help. I did steal the clothes from the laundromat, but I did not rob the convenience store. I thought that was way too harsh.
Yeah, I stole the clothes too because I figured we were undercover. We were trying to stay safe, so.
She can't good and well go walk around in a goddamn android uniform.
No.
Like, that's, even as a caretaker, like, it's just gonna raise questions. What is interesting, though, and not a spoiler because we're about to see it in like 2 minutes, but when you go for the convenience store, I thought that the option was, because I had the gun, which now I don't have a gun, right?
You do not have a gun.
Okay, so I thought when I had a gun, I was like, oh, well, I'm not going to stick a gun into this guy's face. That's extreme. But then I saw a gameplay video, a little bit of it later on, where, like, you can trick him, like, you can do a distraction, like knock something down, and then like go sneak over to the cash register and do all this other crazy stuff. And I'm like, well, I still don't know if I would do that, but that's interesting.
Yeah, I think the other one too is like if you steal the clothes and you can get money, you can stay in the hotel because they think you're human.
Right.
But in order to get the money, you have to steal it. So it's one of those lines. The interesting thing with Alice throughout the game is that it's very similar to Life is Strange 2, where you're also trying to teach her right from wrong.
It's warm in here.
Yes.
And trying to set a good example as an adult who is taking care of this child.
Right.
I have a lot to say on it, but I'll wait until we get through some more bits.
Well, this laundromat sequence is a good time to talk about it, I think, because, like, I felt very conflicted, right? Like, even if it's just closed, even if you could use the old, like, well, if they knew we needed it, they'd probably give it to us excuse or whatever. Like, stealing is wrong. You shouldn't steal. But, like, holy fuck, man. Like, we're in a bad situation here. And whether Alice likes it or not, you're doing the thing that's going to be best for her in the long run.
Yeah. I think the thing that I love about their relationship from the start is that Kara is showing this parallel of what people who experience domestic abuse deal with. You know, she was beaten basically to death because she's an android. And instead of being gaslit to think it's her fault that she is being abused or whatever, she just has her memory wiped, so she doesn't remember it until Alice shows her through her drawing, this is what happened to you. And then when she goes, like, after she has her memory erased and she's rebuilt, she goes home with her abuser, and then Todd falls into presumably the same pattern of abuse. We don't really know for sure, but he's verbally talking down to both of them. And if you go and find his drugs in the laundry like we did, he literally throws you against the wall and chokes you, and you end up apologizing to him for literally doing your job. Like, right. This is what you're there to do.
Right. Your neck is apologizing to his hand at that point.
Yeah. He tells her not to go through his stuff and all that, and it's like, she's doing the laundry, you left in the rain for 2 weeks, so how about show some respect? And then he ends up pushing Alice around, and all this takes place before the next chapter where you, as Kara, have to break free of your programming and go protect Alice. So it shows a really clear picture of what kind of parent and human being he is.
Yeah.
And then from there, your main goal is just protect Alice. And so throughout the game, it's just thing after thing after thing of trying to teach her how to do the right thing, but also trying to be a good role model and a good parent to her. And the majority of the story is about, providing a safe life and a safe place for basically your adopted child.
Right.
But I just love everything about their relationship. I know not everybody likes Alice, but you have to agree that the relationship between the two of them is really, really well written.
I completely agree. And no, I think you hit the nail on the head as far as like the parallels to like somebody being in that situation in real life. Some folks said the stream is lagging a little bit.
It was a smidge, but I thought it got better.
Okay, it is CPU utilization, no doubt. Let's lower it a little bit here.
I got a new. No one is going to care about this, but I'm going to tell you guys anyways. I have a soda stream, and I got a new flavor to try, and this raspberry water is bomb. Just saying.
Okay. Here we go. Convenience store. Okay, so the only way to get into there's no other way to get money, right? That you know of. We have to take it from the convenience store.
100%. That's the only way this chapter I played pretty much all the options because I was just curious. So
yeah.
My two go-tos are sleep in the car or sleep in the house. But if you go to the house, you get that scene. You do not get that same scene with Connor if you don't go to the house.
The chase scene?
It's different, and he doesn't search for you the same. Like, I love the whole playing as Connor trying to find them.
Right.
And you can't do that in any other scene except for that one.
I forgot about this. Alice walks off a bit.
I'm okay. I'm not.
Oh,
so
there's
cold.
somebody you can talk to over here too, I think, or is that a different chapter?
We have nowhere to go.
Well, there's the worker, the truck worker.
Can help you.
Yeah.
But that's on the other side of town. We need a place for tonight. Come on, Alice.
Okay.
I love how he just poofs too. It's so creepy.
I think I'm gonna try and steal from this convenience store. Not that I'd like that option, but I haven't seen it, so.
Do you really want to teach Alice that?
No, I don't really want to teach Alice that. I want to see.
Then don't do it!
I want to get into this goddamn hotel because I didn't see that last time.
It's honestly kind of sleazy. As someone who has stayed in a lot of motels throughout Detroit for work, it's gross. It reminds me of the time I found a cockroach under my bed.
Huh.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. I'm making this as a joke, obviously, right? Because that's gross. But, like, from your perspective, you found a cockroach under your bed. From the cockroach's perspective, there's an enormous giant above its house. You know what I mean?
Like, just to tell you my relationship with cockroaches, my mom moved down to Florida almost 10 years ago. And about 3 years ago, I was visiting, and I got up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, and I'm sitting on the toilet, and from the vent in the ceiling, a cockroach falls and lands on my thigh. And I have never screamed so loud in my life. I don't know how they didn't wake up. And I was not about to deal with it, so I trapped it under a glass. And I put a note on it that says, "I am a cockroach. Do not move until ready for transport." And then I created a arrow of sticky notes leading to the glass so nobody would trip over it.
Oh, boy.
And then I just went to bed.
That's good.
I hate cockroaches so much.
They're awful. They're just terrible. And I'm sure there's some person with some factoid about, like, did you know that without cockroaches, like, there wouldn't be birds or something? Like,
did you know that cockroaches can live through anything, which is why they will always be on this planet until it dies?
Fantastic. That's what Fallout taught us, right? Rad roaches?
Yeah. Ugh. Ugh. Well, they've even done experiments where they expose them to. Did you just name that cockroach? No, I did not. They will do experiments where they expose cockroaches to radiation or vacuums and stuff, and they live through everything. They have not been able to kill them, and it is horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you kill it? Because I'm a baby, okay?
Okay.
I don't rob the convenience store.
I think I want to rob it because there's nothing wrong that happens with. I mean, Ralph is creepy as fuck, and he tries to get Alice to eat a possum.
Yeah, but if you don't meet with Ralph, you have less options at the end of the game for that one scene.
When you're at when you're trying to get to the border checkpoint.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right, and that's super important.
I'm just saying.
That is super important because without that, the family can't stay together.
Yeah.
One of them has to sacrifice themselves. Luther.
No, they don't. Your playthrough was just fucked up enough that's how it had to go.
What?
Yeah. If there is a positive public opinion and it's a peaceful protest, they will let you through.
Shut up. Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Holy shit.
I love every time I get to blow your mind with stuff.
No, but the game is so good with how much depth it has and like the choices. Like that is exactly the type of thing that I've always wanted in more games, which is like sort of a micro and a macro level to affect. Like it's not just Kara's choices that affect her. It's a world state that's affecting the story as well as character choices. I fucking love that shit.
So I say there are people saying who is Ralph, so now you have to show them Ralph.
Or now that you told me that, because if you hadn't told me that, I totally would have gone to the house. Now that I know that I can just get, because I'm gonna have Markus be successful, peaceful, all that crap.
Yeah, but you won't meet Ralph at all.
Ralph's kind of creepy. I don't know if I really want to.
I find Ralph fascinating, personally.
Look, the store's still open. Maybe
he is
at least you'll be out of
supposed to be a physical representation of mental illness due to trauma.
Okay, well let's at least go in the store. We're just taking.
Oh yeah, they said you can rob the store and then go to Ralph, so we can do that.
Interesting. Okay, let's.
Can I help you?
Help.
I'm with a little girl and we have nowhere to go. Could you spare some money so we can get a room for tonight?
Look, this is a convenience store, lady, not the Salvation Army. I can't start handing out cash to every bum in the neighborhood.
Okay. Steal. Shoplift. Find a plan. Look, we're trying to get paid, people.
Cash money.
I could steal food, I guess, but that doesn't really... Spoiler alert, that's not really gonna help us. Okay, she's looking at him over there. I think I can knock down those thingamajiggers, and then I can sneak over there and grab some money.
Yeah, homeboy looks like he's doing alright for himself.
Oh, that's interesting. We'll need those later, won't we?
I'm behind, I don't know what you're looking
at. Like wire cutters or whatever?
I don't remember.
But I can't pick them up. But that's interesting to know that they're there.
Yeah, they're not even on the right hook. What the hell?
I mean, that happens in grocery stores all the time.
Oh, the grocery store worker in me is in pain right now.
I was there once.
That was my job, was I had to go through the aisles and find shit that was on the shelves that wasn't supposed to be there and put them where they went.
It's terrible. Like, it's just everything. It's literally everything.
The amount of cheese that people put back on just regular dry shelves and the amount of stuff I had to throw out was unreal.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Dim just called me out for saying homeboy.
What? It's a perfectly acceptable term. In this case especially, that is exactly what you would say. It was homeboy.
Listen, okay, once you start talking to Jordan, all bets are off.
Yeah, it rubs off on you. Homeboy.
It's fine.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can't get a little cash out of this convenience store.
You can't see me, but I'm rubbing my fingers together like there's money in my hands.
All right, this is a little Red Dead Redemption. We're gonna run a little grift here.
Run a bank heist.
Yeah, a little distraction. How do I do this? Alice, come here. Come help mommy steal some shit.
Oh my god.
Try something else. It tries to do everything it can to help you not do this. No, come on, Alice, let's get over there.
Alice, I need your help. You see those cans over there? I want you to go over and knock them down.
Knock them down? But why?
Please. Alice, just trust me.
This is so bad. Like, honestly, I categorically disagree with this. But it's just, we got to do a little Red Dead Redemption heist move here. Oh, good job, kid. Good job. Nice and spread out. Homeboy's walking over there now.
Oh my god.
Good.
You alright?
Your mic just did the thing when you said "Gadoo."
That's the stealing sound. But the camera's gonna get her, right?
I don't know. You got to Khajiit this place.
No, she's too clumsy. She can't Khajiit anything. Yeah, so I think Connor's probably gonna see it, right?
I don't know. I don't remember. I did not do this in my playthrough.
I think that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna see us on the footage. All right, we got clothes. We got money.
Cash now.
You used me to steal that money. How could you do that? I trusted you.
I like just the fuck.
God, she's mad. Factual, justify, uncertain, apologize.
Oh, you pissed her off, man.
Yeah, she's mad. I mean, she has every right to be, right? There's like a kid. The kid's innocent, and she got used to steal things, which is not nice. I'm torn between factual and apologize, because I do want to explain so that she understands, but also there's no good reason for it, really.
I would just apologize personally.
But also the other thing that I think about the Alice relationship is that the way that I played it in my first one, like, Alice is going to end up loving Kara either way. Because I'm not really going to do anything else that I can think of now that's going to really upset her. So her approval is going to be high no matter what.
I'm just going to remind you that you said that when we get later in the game, okay?
Oh, no. I mean, there is about half of the storyline that I don't know because I don't... the whole uprising kind of gets cut short.
Yeah, see, that's not going to happen because I'm going to coach you through it. It's going to be fine. Everything will be okay.
This is going to sound messed up, but I'm in this moment, I'm role-playing Kara as somebody who's doing something in a very matter-of-fact way. So she's going to explain... She's going to go factual here.
Okay.
And I just want to see what she says. Hopefully it's not a completely...
Someone just said, can Alice turn you into the cops? No.
Oh, that'd be great.
That would be great, though.
I had no choice. It was the only way, Alice.
Oh, that's such a weak explanation.
It wasn't.
She's still warm towards us, and we'll handle this. Okay, let's get into this motel.
So you're not going to go see Ralph?
I am going to skip Ralph. Ralph makes me a little uneasy.
Okay. All I'll say is Ralph is basically a robot who broke free of his programming, but was so messed up by it and by other things that happened to him that he's just kind of a hot mess. And so over and over and over all throughout the house, it just says RA9 and I am alive, and it's very creepy. I would Google.
Oh, wait, hang on a second. Is she going to... Because she cuts her hair in the house.
Oh, shoot. I don't know if she cuts her hair in the hotel.
She'd be able to change the hair color, though, right? Because didn't she do that with, like, robot magic?
Yeah, but the length.
I'm curious. I'm going to keep it going this route because I really want to see if this, like, messes it up a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know.
I assume you don't steal the clothes and don't do anything with the hair and just go through the whole game with the uniform, yes or no?
I think no matter what, you have to cut the hair, but you can keep the hair color.
Right.
You can just choose not to do either of those things, though. And I think if you don't, Ralph will give you clothes if you go into the house.
Okay.
Oh, someone said even if you sleep in the car, you find the same clothes and hair scissors. Okay, that's good to know. So you always have to cut your hair.
Oh, but that is interesting, though, that you don't have to steal the clothes. It just kind of finds a way to give you clothes.
Yeah, like they're in the car or whatever.
Yeah, but it's presented as the real moral choice.
Mm-hmm. We're just rebels. We just like to stir up trouble.
Okay, let's get in here and let's get ourselves a crappy motel room.
Hi.
Hi. I'd like a room.
That'll be $40 up front.
Here you go.
Just need your name and address.
Fake name.
Gordon Ramsay.
Can I see your driver's license?
Oh, wait, in the car, forgot, no license, say nothing. Well, if it's in the car, she could get it. I just got to go with forgot, right? Or maybe no license? I could just go with...
have one.
Yeah, I could just go with...
Because that's pretty common in Detroit.
I
If
don't
we're
have
role-playing as a, like, it's in the city, a lot of people don't have licenses.
Yeah, public transportation. I don't have one. Let's go with that.
I haven't got it with me. Please, the kid is tired.
No worries. We can deal with it tomorrow. Have a good night.
Good night.
Good lord, the music in the background is really on the nose. I don't know if it picks up all the way on the stream, but the lyrics just set me free.
I'm listening.
Do you think he believed you?
I don't know, Alice.
Maybe it's just because my
All I
ears
know
don't
is you'll
work,
be
but I
nice
can't
and
really
handsome.
hear it.
It's very faint in the background.
Okay.
Okay, room 28. Is that up there? That's up there. Okay. I wonder if something weird might happen in the motel too. Like if maybe we get Ralph shows up. He's like, hey, I'm looking for a place to stay too.
Just wait, surprise.
This is so great. I haven't seen this. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Have you played Life is Strange 2? Because this reminds me a lot of it.
No, I have not.
But I'm getting total vibes. Someone said, isn't this the motel from Heavy Rain?
It's the same motel. With it from yes, David Cage only knows one motel.
Here.
There are many motels like this in Detroit, so they're not wrong. There's one like this right around the corner from my apartment.
Also, motels tend to look alike, don't they?
Yeah, well, the two-story ones are pretty unusual around here, but we still have them. Also, this frame rate is rough right now.
Oh, is it really bad on the stream?
It got really bad all of a sudden.
I would have to pause the stream to take us to change the bit rate on it, which I can do. Is it like screen? Is it like a slideshow bad?
Here and there, like during the cutscenes, it's not great.
Okay, let's. It's not gonna take that long. Everyone, hold on to your hats. We're gonna drop the stream for like 10 seconds, and then it'll all be better. I promise.
Fingers crossed.
All right, everybody. We'll see you in a few seconds. Hey, just like that, magic. We're back.
Whoa.
Give it a second here. It'll kick back up. It'll probably rebuffer for everyone, and then we'll be here.
Yeah. What is List 2? LIS2. I don't know what that is.
Life is Strange 2?
Oh, Life is Strange 2. Duh. I loved all of the Life is Strange games, every single one of them. They're all fabulous. So I would not be opposed to that, but I'm working on other stuff on my streams right now.
I've never played any of the Life is Strange games, fun fact.
Oh, that could be another fun one then. It's very similar to Detroit, except the quick time events are worse.
I gotcha. It does seem a little
Let's get these.
I don't mind the sort of narratively driven games, but it seems like it's a lot of like exposition, not exposition. A lot of long conversations and not necessarily a lot of conflict, but I could be wrong.
Oh, there's quite a bit of
I'll just put
conflict.
these in the bathroom to dry.
They're not about to show a naked child on here, are they?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh, did she take her pants? I thought she was just like take her shoes off or something. Okay, but they're not. That's what am I supposed to do with this shit? What am I doing?
Dry
Washing
it
her clothes?
somehow?
Oh, dry it. Okay. What am I doing?
Like
Collect
hanging
and dry her clothes. Okay. Well, where am I gonna fucking dry them?
On the heater?
Oh, there you go. That's right. Right in front of me. Jesus.
Oh, okay. She's got boy shorts on. We're okay. No child pornography on this channel.
Oh, Jesus. I think YouTube's probably they're gonna monetize this and then demonetize us just for the term being uttered.
Do you guys monetize these videos?
No, we don't.
I was gonna say.
We monetize nothing.
I would be genuinely surprised. Just because of some of the shit y'all say.
It would be impossible. It would be literally impossible. I don't even know if Katie does on her channel. She has a Patreon and that's about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm in front of the mirror. Now what do we do? Comfort Alice. Okay. No options yet to change the hair.
If they say it's coming, then it's coming.
Why didn't he ever love me? Why was he always so upset with me? All I wanted was a life like other girls. Maybe I did something wrong. Maybe I wasn't good enough. That's why he was always so angry. I just wanted us to be a family. I just wanted him to love me. Why couldn't we just be happy?
I don't know.
You'll never leave me, right? Promise you'll never go.
I promise.
Will we be together forever?
Forever.
You'll be together forever or until your robot hearts give out.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was tough even for me. That was even I think that was a rough statement.
Yeah, Alice, remember social distancing.
You should sleep now. I'm going to
Presumably robot hearts last a long time, and
I think it's like 180, 200 years.
we have more to say on that shortly. I think the next mission, in fact, we'll find out just how resilient robot hearts are.
I have a lot to say about that too.
Okay, she's in bed.
Chop off the hair. Dramatic cut. You've had a traumatic moment in your life, so now you need to do what every girl does and cut all your hair off and dye it a fun color.
No option yet. We're gonna turn the lights off.
I think you have to find scissors, maybe?
Yeah, but we don't have scissors.
I'm sure you can find them, though.
I don't think I can leave the motel room, can I? No, I can't.
Is there anything in the drawers or anything?
I don't have a prompt for it, at least.
What does your, spidey senses say?
Nope. We can either hop in bed to comfort Alice or walk away. I don't think we're going to get to change the hair, at least not yet.
Someone said, Velociraptor said it's in the morning you can cut your hair.
That's what I was thinking, too, because that's what it was in the house.
Okay. Then, yeah.
Good looking out, Velociraptor.
Yeah, the fact that I remember half this shit is just impressive, so thank you for being here. Are you noticing that handprint?
Oh wow, this this chart is so huge.
Amy Dave saw it too. On the headboard, right when it zoomed in, there was a handprint on the headboard, like people had been fucking.
I did not notice that, but fun fact.
Yeah, surprise. Y'all will have to rewind later. It was gross. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Gosh, there's so many more things you can do. I guess inside the supermarket, if you have the gun, things can get pretty crazy, I bet.
That, and you can just steal a bunch of shit, too.
Shoplift, that's right. We could have shoplifted a number of things.
Yeah.
Okay. I think the house is this other long piece of it that we didn't do.
Yeah, I don't know what that little bit at the very top is, though. There's like 2 options there, so we must have missed something. But I don't know what.
Oh yeah, I think I didn't look at everything that I could have looked at.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. Okay. Anyhow, world stats: only 29% of people in the motel because they didn't have what it took to be a criminal. Which is not what I did the first time either. Honestly, it's terrible stealing from the convenience store.
Unless you're a little kid and like you don't know any better. My little brother shoplifted so much when he was 3 or 4 and didn't realize it was a bad thing. Like we would come home and just find candy bars, chapstick. I think he took a pair of scissors one time.
I don't think I never did the unintentional shoplifting.
Yeah, my parents had to stop putting him in clothes that had pockets. And they had me sew them shut.
I was going to say, what they do? They taped the pocket shut? Okay, interesting.
No, they just bought him a bunch of sweatpants to wear, and then his jeans and stuff that he did have, I sewed shut so that he couldn't put shit in there.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, kids, man. They're so dumb.
Oh, boy. Okay, we got at least one more, if not 2 more. So I think this is going to be Markus again. Yeah, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, back to Markus.
Oh, God, this is probably my favorite chapter out of all of them.
It's brilliant.
Yeah. Did he grow out of it, Brody? Yes, thankfully. At least to my knowledge.
The stream is better, I assume. I didn't ask everybody, but I assume it's not as choppy.
100%.
Awesome.
Amy Dave says, makeover time!
Okay, so Markus is in a rough spot.
Yeah.
Impaired vision, optical unit, pretty busted at this point.
Obviously no eyeball.
That's a sign that it's not doing well. It's just missing.
I like how it says corrupted mind palace too.
Therium pump regulator, which is his heart. All systems in low power mode. Defective.
Woof.
He is missing a leg. Left and right leg components missing. Unable to stand.
Oh, damn.
And what's the other one? Oh, that's right. Audio processor.
He's deaf like me.
He is in a rough spot here. He's all messed up.
One thing I really appreciated about this chapter is it does a really good job of showing what it's like to be hard of hearing. Like when I first started losing my hearing and whenever I have like particularly rough days, this is kind of what it sounds like with the muffled. It's like you're underwater.
Yeah.
Oh, he looks rough, man.
He's bad. And the crawling thing is really sort of like it puts you sort of into his in one more way. I mean, you mentioned the hearing, but in another sort of tactile way. Being forced to crawl.
Just click off your leg. It's like that episode of Grey's Anatomy. This guy has to do an amputation in the middle of like a sinkhole. It's rough.
Hey, right leg.
That can't be sanitary.
No, it can't. Okay, so my first thought, like as soon as I dropped into this mission for the first time.
Yes.
He is literally in hell, right? Like this is what this is meant to represent, right? Like one of the oldest sort of archetypes in sort of classical stories is the hero dies and then sort of has to escape from hell to sort of like that's the low point in the hero's journey, right? Like he has to get out of hell, and in some sense he's also sort of redeeming the failure, if you will, or the shortcomings of his father. But this sequence of like him literally crawling out of hell, you could not do anything more quintessential or classic as setting him up for being the sort of heroic figure down the line, which I thought was really brilliant of them.
See, for me, I took it to be like he's... Well, I'll let you finish your thought and then I'll...
No, I think that was mainly it. That it's a sort of very classical storytelling thing to do.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it was more like hitting rock bottom. You know, he's in a garbage dump. And we have, for those of us who speak English, because I know not everybody does, we have the phrase hit rock bottom, which is when your life is basically gone to shit, falling apart, everyth's awful. A lot of people if they're battling drugs or alcohol or depression, when they're starting to come up, they say, oh, I hit rock bottom.
Right.
And he's lost everything. He's lost his home, Carl. He's lost having a safe space. It's all been taken away. And he has nothing left. No one who cares about him. His body doesn't even work. And he's been cast off his fault. He's thrown in the dump. And it's very similar to when you say, you have the black sheep of the family or the family fuck up or whatever. Mm-hmm. And now he's crawling around literally trying to rebuild himself. And it's very similar to when you're trying to pick yourself up from whatever crappy situation you're in. And, for women, we like to get dramatic haircuts or dye it crazy colors. You get a tattoo. Guys go to the gym.
Sure.
So I kind of took it to be like he's literally picking himself up, rebuilding himself to start over again.
Right.
I didn't even think of the health comparison.
Find Jericho! Find Jericho!
Oh boy. And then the second thing that theme, which we just talked about, is very sort of writ large. The other thing that I just could not escape, even as someone who has as close to zero empathy as possible for robots, is just like there's so little disregard for these robots, right? In the sense of like they're not even all turned off. Like to me, it's just so heartless, right? Like at least fucking kill them or put them out of their misery. But why are they sort of allowing this walking hellscape to exist?
Right. Like what if you get dumbass kids that are going around exploring and they end up in here?
Yeah.
Like they're gonna die.
So the suffering of the robots here actually affected me a little bit in the sense that like even if you don't think they're people, like have some good decency and just make sure they're deactivated properly.
Right. It would be the same as if not every. I believe me, I feel wrong making this comparison, but it would be like if everybody didn't die in the gas chambers and you buried them all anyways.
Oh, that's
in Nazi Germany. Like that's what it makes me think of. Also, the chat is someone's like a sinkhole amputation. What? So maybe I shouldn't have brought that up. And then someone else said, yes, Markus, the drug addict. Velociraptor said, Markus on his way to the gym during COVID.
Oh no.
And then Umut, I'm guessing that's how you say it. I like how Jordan symbolized the whole situation while Brodie went strictly material. Yeah.
That is,
I'm a literal person.
That is literally a pair of legs. It's just legs.
Fuck. Kick it. Knock it over.
It was just legs.
Damn.
Yeah, the piecing himself together is really crazy, right? Because, as we'll see here in a moment, it's not just like picking out spare parts.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing is, I think Velociraptor put it really well. Markus had it all with Carl, and then he ends up here. He needed to see the drastic other side because he didn't know robots had it that bad. Which I think is true. He had this very cushy, comfortable life with Carl. And now he's kind of realizing, oh, shit, this is the other side of that.
Right.
Which is probably part of what makes him rise up through the factions.
Yes.
I could build my new PC with all these free parts.
And so I want to go back to the idea of sort of like redeeming your dead father sort of trope in fiction, right? Like Carl is like Carl's his friend, Carl's a good guy, but Carl's not flawless, right? In some sense, Carl's fault or his flaw, which is being passed on to Markus, is that passivity, is that idea of like there's this suffering going on in the world, and Carl is sort of reclusive and he's got his robot who he's nice to, but he's not really doing anything to solve the larger problem, despite the fact that he's a man of great influence and great wealth. And so Markus kind of inherits that complacency, and so in some sense this is the beginning of him sort of going on his own journey and sort of redeeming the faults, the inaction of his father figure.
I think to a certain extent I agree with that, but I don't know if Markus necessarily knows that this even existed before now. I don't think it's so much ignorance as it is naivety.
Yes.
because he's basically a child. You see it a little bit when you're in that scene where you're painting with Carl, but I think he just has no knowledge of the world outside of Carl and his home there.
I think you're totally right, but Carl does.
Carl does, so it's on him that he didn't educate Markus.
That's exactly what it is, right? This is the moment when Markus is finally starting to see what essentially what Carl shielded him from, probably out of good intentions, but not realizing that it was contributing to that naivete.
Yeah, totally.
Also, fun fact: I didn't get the eye this way the first time. I didn't have a bunch of bodies following me.
Oh, fun. See, everything changes.
So I assume there's more than one spot where you can get the parts you need, but in any event, Markus has an eye now, and he's got a little mix and match going there.
I think the heterochromia looks good on him. So now we just need to find an ear, right?
And a heart.
And a heart. It's like Wizard of Oz, gotta find you a heart.
Yep.
If I only had a brain. Well, at least you can scan now. So there is an Easter egg in here. I don't know if you found it your first time through. But you can find a singing robot, and it's actually a Kara model singing the song that she sang in the original Quantic Dream short for Kara.
I think I did find the singing, yes.
The singing, yes.
The singing robot, yes.
But I just loved... I love how they drop those little hints in there, here and there. So how did you get your heart the first time?
I don't remember, but I know I didn't take it from the... Here we go, it's happening right now. I'm gonna not take it from this person.
Wouldn't it be a mercy to take it, though?
You could make that argument, and I think that's probably how they would have wanted folks to justify it, but she's clearly struggling to stay alive, even if that's futile.
Yeah. God, it's just so sad walking through here and seeing all these bodies.
And a bit disorienting, which is what they're going for, I'm sure.
Yeah. Fuck, Velociraptor. I mean, she's dead anyway. She can't move. Just because you can't move doesn't mean you're dead, man.
I mean, she's not going to get out of there, I think is probably what he's saying.
Yeah, that's true.
And eventually, therefore, she will die. But still, if somebody's struggling for life, it's like...
Let them, yeah.
After all, that's what Markus is doing, right? So...
Right. Thanks for stopping in, Dim. Enjoy the rest of your night. Oh, that's interesting. Velociraptor also said previously he didn't know robots could die either. He knows Carl will eventually and doesn't like to think about it, but Carl and Markus that robots... Oh, but Carl told Markus that robots would be there long after humans. But then you look at this place and you're like, really?
Ha! Audio processor compatible.
Hey, you can hear now. If only it were that easy.
People, right? Just swap out parts.
Yeah, dude. Though, I gotta say, there is something nice about just being able to turn off my hearing aids and not have to listen to anybody. Especially when I was still in my teenage years, like being able to turn off my hearing aids and not have to listen to my parents. There was something really nice about that.
I love when he gets the audio processor and suddenly you can hear like the weather effects and the rain and like how harsh it is.
Oh, it's amazing. I love it.
That is 10 out of 10 sound design, right? Like the sound designers have been waiting for that moment their entire life for people to really notice like this is what great sound design brings to movies and games, etc.
One thing I always wanted to see in video games, and I thought a space game like Mass Effect would be a really great place to try and utilize this, is you see it a little bit at the beginning of Mass Effect 2, where everything goes quiet when you're walking outside before you get to Joker.
Yep.
But I would have loved it if you were like part human, part android cyborg. And like maybe your audio processors go and you're not gonna be able to get somewhere to do it for a while, and you play like the first act of the game not being able to hear. I always thought that would be really interesting, just to be able to see how the player would react. And I thought having a space game or a game where it would make sense for you would be a really great way to utilize that.
Yeah, no doubt. But yeah, I love these sort of space sound effects as well that happen. Okay, here's an interesting bit here. This robot does want us to kill them.
I don't want to live anymore.
And
I would do it.
I don't think... I can't remember what I did the first time, honestly.
The way I look at it is, it's, you know, the other person that you were just up to and they said, please don't, that's their choice. So if this guy's asking you to kill him, it's very similar to, what do they call it when doctors help patients die? Doctor-assisted suicide.
That's one term for it, yeah. Controversial in some places, but...
Yeah, I know.
If I remember correctly, I didn't do it because my rationale was more from like empathy for Markus, in the sense that like it's traumatic for him. It's hard to do, and he wouldn't be up for it, right? Like he's basically highly traumatized himself at this point, and he just kind of wouldn't have the guts for it, and therefore would sort of stumble away and be like, "Sorry, I can't."
Yeah, and I think our canon that we were talking about the last episode was that, you know, if you do hurt Leo, and then he, you know, presumably dies, and we know he doesn't, but it's sort of this moment of like, oh, violence is not the answer, and so he becomes very pacifist after that.
Right.
But someone in the chat had said, I can't remember who it is, sorry, had been like, but if you don't choose the violent approach and then Carl dies, then your path is that, oh, clearly violence is the answer. So I feel like if we're going to go with our canon that we were talking about, we have to not kill this guy.
Yeah, okay. That's a very good point. So we're going to spare him.
Also, thank you, Flukus. It is euthanasia. I couldn't think of the word.
Euthanasia. Hey, Flukus. What's up? And thank you for the tip. Okay. I need to find a pump regulator.
Have you heard about those? They have new heart valves where it's like a tiny fan inside your heart, but because of that, your heart doesn't beat. So there are people out there who have these things in their hearts where they don't have a heartbeat, but they're still alive.
Interesting.
It's new technology, but I was reading about it and I was fascinated because I'm like, think about it, if you collapse, but you're not actually dead, like someone might kill you.
So you have like an oscillator rather than a pump, basically.
Yeah.
That's moving it through the... What happens if that thing fails? Does your heart start pumping again, or what?
I don't know, but my thought is like, what happens if you end up collapsing or passing out, or you're asleep and someone goes to check your heartbeat and you don't fucking have one? They're gonna assume you're dead.
Oh, that's so weird.
I don't know if I'd want it. Just give me a pig heart, man.
Yeah. I gotta say, right, like, even as somebody who's very wary of technology and implants and robots generally, I do think that there's a lot to be gained with more human augmentation. A lot more sympathetic. It's interesting, right? Like, Deus Ex, for instance. Deus Ex Human Revolution or Mankind Divided. Like, I'm way more pro-aug than I am pro-robot. If anyone's familiar with those terms from Deus Ex.
Yeah. I have not played Deus Ex, but I've heard enough about it. Flukus. Fun fact, when Flukus was a kid living in Michigan, which props to you because you're the only other person in the chat that's from Michigan, Dr. Kevorkian was in the news, and I always thought, what's the big deal with youth in Asia?
That is 100% Flukus wholesome. Like, that's good. Youth in Asia.
I love it.
I was like, you better be young in America or old in Asia. There's no in between. As we're making jokes, powerful moment here as Markus climbs out of hell and is sort of washed by the water.
or he's come out from his dark place and is rebuilding himself.
Yeah.
If you think about it from my perspective.
Born anew.
Yes, born again Christian right here.
New pieces.
He's just gotta get himself a new t-shirt.
He gets a cool coat.
He does.
That's how you know he's a badass.
Stab.
Twist.
Oof. It's like a bop it gone wrong.
It's like, what is it? Operation meets Bobbit.
Ugh. Twist it, pull it, stab it.
Extract it.
Ugh. So if you don't do it right, you get electrocuted.
There he is. That's our boy.
My name is Markus.
Boss ass bitch right there.
Haha, very good.
Applause.
Markus came back from the dead. There was not a lot of choices in this one. Most people, I assume, do not. Oh, that's fine. I took a screenshot and now it refuses to give me the controller interface, but whatever. The controller still works, but it doesn't change the UI. Okay, yeah, not much to look at here. It's actually wow, 37% do kill for the pump. Interesting.
34 don't. What about the other percent? Do they just not find it, I guess?
Only 5% refuse to kill the person that the android that begs to die.
It's a very easy thing to convince yourself about.
I agree. Okay, continuing onward. I think we got time for one more here.
Definitely. I think next is Connor again.
Back to Connor, and I think he's got a little meeting here with Amanda in his head.
Ugh, God, I hate Amanda. She just makes my skin crawl.
Now, I don't mind if you spoil this for me, because I don't think I'm ever going to figure it out if there's something to figure out. Is there something that's supposed to happen if I keep walking over to this magic thing?
It's just something you want to keep in mind of where it is, because this is how you escape at the end. If you do... So if you end up not doing the playthrough you did, and you end up joining Jericho, or, you know, just trying to be helpful and not be super androidian, you will end up in a frosty area with Amanda being like, we're gonna kill you now, and then you have to try to escape, and you end up going to that thing to escape and like putting your hand on it. It's like the back door to get out of your brain, essentially.
Okay, well, I'm glad that it has a purpose then, because I always thought, oh, this has significance, but I didn't know like what it was.
Yeah, you can do it even if you don't get over there. It just takes longer if you're not tapping it every time. So it's worth going to find every time you come in here.
Okay, cool. Okay, fun fact. I don't know why I thought of this. Maybe something about this design or architecture reminds me of it. Are you a fan of Horizon Zero Dawn? Did you play that?
I watched a Let's Play. I've never played it myself, though.
Okay, it's out now on PC, and I thought that's the one that a lot of folks were excited for, but I heard the PC port is not good.
I have also heard this.
Very sad, because I was planning to get it and replay it, but I'm probably going to wait. I find that a lot of PC ports that have problems, you know, Assassin's Creed Unity is one of the famous ones. If you wait, eventually they patch it and it's fine. It's just not... And it'll go on sale probably also, so...
Well, don't they have an option to connect a controller to it?
Oh yeah, for sure. But I think there was like graphical issues and it was crashing and like all kinds of stuff.
I thought it was just the keyboard and the way they did that.
Oh no, I think it has full controller support, but I think it's just the graphics were having some issues and it also just like crashes and bugs and stuff, which is real disappointing.
While you have this conversation, I am going to run to the restroom really quick.
Okay, sounds good. Also, folks in the chat, or do we have some Horizon fans? Because I'm a big fan of the game overall. I played it on PlayStation 4. Amy Dave says, I played about 3 hours of Horizon and couldn't get into it. Huh. Well, it's not for everyone, I guess. Although I will say, if you're depending on how fast you played those 3 hours and going through the main story, it opens up a lot as far as the map and the story, etc. Actual Velociraptor says, me either. I really disliked it. Okay, that's curious, honestly. What did you dislike about it, I think is what I'm curious about. Champions of Thetis, hello. It says, haven't played it, but I just got it. Okay. I was really taken with Horizon. I love the fact that it was another game that had just dialogue options, a dialogue wheel, player choice, character relationships, that sort of thing. I liked Aloy as a protagonist. I thought she was great. And I liked the gameplay. I thought it was fun, light stealth, good action. I would have liked more customization and crafting, but what it had on there, I enjoyed. May says, from the 5-6 hours I spent in the game, I liked Horizon Zero Dawn a lot. Very nice. Flucus says, I disliked it because it smelled bad. Okay. I don't have a PS4. I'm getting a PS5, so I'll get it then. It's out on PC now, so just FYI, it is now available on PC, although apparently not the best port over to PC. Okay. Amy Dave says, it started to open, but I couldn't gel with Aloy. Okay. All right. Not for everyone. Nicole Klein, I played like 5 hours on my friend's PlayStation and had a lot of fun. Sad to hear the PC port is bad. Yeah, it's really disappointing because I think that was going to open it up to so many more people, and I think it still will, and I think it still should. My advice would be, if you think it looks cool and you're interested, maybe just wait for a sale. And then that way, number one, you'll get it cheaper. Number two, hopefully they'll have a couple patches out by then, and they will fix any of the technical issues.
Everyone's still excited about Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, I polled the chat real quick to see how they felt about it, and there's a couple people who said that they couldn't get into it.
It looks really good, but I've never been good at shooters. Like, it's the fact that I can get through Mass Effect is pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm.
And I usually die several times before I can make it through anything in Red Dead.
Yeah.
So I tend to avoid them and just watch other people play.
So for Horizon, I mean, from my memory, it was like 50% melee, wasn't it? Like 50% melee, 50% bow and arrow slash...
So for that one, I could probably actually play it. I just haven't.
I love the climbing and stuff on it. It's really, the exploration on it was amazing, especially for the time.
Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed this for yourself streaming, but like I find now that I stream, I'm just focused on those games and not playing anything else.
I kind of go the opposite, or I guess I try to. A little bit, so, but it sort of makes me enjoy my streams a little bit more. Like when I'll get ready to do Skyrim, I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of feel like some Skyrim because I haven't been playing it during the week. I'll normally play something else.
Yeah, I think for me, it's like if I play too many games at once, I forget where I'm at, which was my problem with Mass Effect 1. So now that I'm back to work too, I'm trying to like not play as much video games. So when I get back into the game, I'm not every stream being like, okay, where were we? What were we doing?
That could definitely happen.
Yeah.
All right, Amanda, what do you got for us?
Nothing good.
He was the perfect employee on my first one, so he was just very much agreeing with her own stuff.
Connor, it's good to see you. Congratulations, Connor. Finding that deviant was far from easy. And the way you interrogated it was very clever. You've been remarkably efficient, Connor.
Thank you, Amanda.
We've asked the DPD to transfer it to us for further study. It may teach us something about what happened. The interrogation seemed challenging. What did you think of the deviant?
Well, it was clearly traumatized.
It showed signs of PTSD after being abused by its owner. As if its original program had been completely replaced by new instructions.
This Lieutenant Anderson has been officially assigned to the deviancy case. What do you make of him?
What do we make of Anderson? Well, we're gonna roleplay him as being intrigued by him, so... Intrigued.
I think he's irritable and socially challenged. But I also think he used to be a good detective. He's an intriguing character.
Unfortunately, We have no choice but to work with it. What do you think is the best approach?
Friendly, adapt, indifferent, don't know.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, because I guess ultimately it doesn't matter in his relationship with Hank. It's just what he's saying to
Amanda. Yeah, I guess it's just a matter if do you want to tip her off now or later.
Right. I'll just go with adapt.
I will adapt to his personality. It is in the best interest of the investigation that I avoid conflict and try to accommodate his psychology.
More and more androids show signs of deviancy. There are millions in circulation. If they become unstable, the consequences will be disastrous. You're the most advanced prototype CyberLife has ever created. If anyone can figure out what's happening, it's you.
You can count on me, Amanda.
Why are her lips so wet?
That's great.
Hurry, Connor.
That's a great girl observation. Good job. That's just one of those that the guys don't ever... I'm never going to comment that. That's a great girl observation.
I know, because someone in the chat said it. Who said it? Now I gotta look.
Oh, watch, it was a guy in the chat, probably.
Oh, God.
Well, Amy Dave likes her hair, which is true. It's very nice.
Oh, actual Velociraptor said it, and immediately made me look, and I'm like, ugh, gross. It just looks like she's just been constantly, like, on her lips.
Can I help you?
I'm here to see Lieutenant Anderson.
Do you have authorization?
Yes.
Does this android look familiar to you?
Nope.
Lieutenant Anderson hasn't arrived yet, but you can wait at his desk.
Is she supposed to look familiar?
There is a character in Jericho that looks exactly like her.
Oh. All right.
Yeah. Also, as you're wandering around in here, keep an eye out, because there's a cameo of our least favorite abuser, Todd.
Oh, shit, because he's alive. He's not dead.
He's alive. You're going to see him here wandering around.
Oh, is he complaining because his robot left?
And stole his kid, yeah.
I so want to talk about like the big spoiler-ish from the end of the game because there's so much...
I think everyone already knows. Someone spoiled it already in the chat.
That's the plot hole that like people get mad about, where I'm like, yeah, I don't even necessarily consider it a plot hole per se, but it could have used some additional context, at least optional clues.
I say it. People know we're not... Everyone knows that you and I both already played the game, so...
Yes. Okay. So everyone understands that that we're going to spoil this part of the game.
We're going to spoil a lot. But this in particular, yeah.
Especially for the end. So Alice is not... She's a robot.
Mm-hmm.
So... so there's so many things that we could talk about just on that, but... Why does Todd... So he reports her as a missing child?
So, because you played it differently than how I'm going to ask you to play it, there's a part of Todd's story that you don't know.
Okay.
So what you're going to do later on in the game, because I'm not going to tell you exactly what happens, but it explains a lot about him and why he has Alice.
Okay, good.
So what you're going to do is go to... Instead of going to the boat and crossing that way to get across the border, you're going to go to the bus terminal.
Okay.
And you're going to go through there, and you, since Todd is alive, you will run into him there.
Gotcha.
And it will, if we play things right, there will be an unlocked option to talk to him about Alice.
That is very... Okay, so that's good. I'm very glad that happened. I kind of figured that I missed a chunk of it in my playthrough because Todd was dead in my playthrough.
Right.
I really want to point out something that Bosog said in the chat, which is that there's a photo of real Alice in our Alice's room, and she doesn't actually look like our Alice, so it was foreshadowed. That is 100% true. And that's why I said I don't think of this as a plot hole per se. I do think it's there, and it is communicated subtly. I just think that in my playthrough that I completed, I didn't see everything that I could have seen. So I'm glad to know that there's more.
Yeah. The other thing, too, is, like, people would complain that, they don't give enough hints, but they flash back when Kara finally figures out that Alice is a robot, that she found the pamphlet in Todd's room, and that's what she dropped.
Mm-hmm. Right.
There's that, but there's also you never actually see her any of the food you give her.
Yep. Yeah, no, for
But
real.
I don't understand why he has you cook it if she's not going to eat it.
It's very strange. It's very, very strange. But okay, let's walk around here a bit.
Yeah.
Is he going to be in this area?
Somewhere, yeah. He's going to be filing a report, and then at some point, someone will come up to Hank's desk and talk about it, but you can also read the report on his desk. So you have to find it.
This is a very weird thing from an architectural standpoint.
Just an empty space?
Like, it just doesn't make any sense that they would make a building like that.
It's to block off the front, so there's only one entrance to get through to the actual main hub of the police station. Most of them are actually set up this way. They just don't usually have that little cubby with nothing in it.
Right.
Usually there's like a seating area or a coffee
Still
or
here?
something.
I thought your assignment
But
was
yeah, if
over.
you wander around here,
It's
you will
just been
see
extended.
him at some point.
Hank's gonna be overjoyed to hear that. You were right about that android. It's been quiet in the cell all night.
Velociraptor says that's where the employees go to make out, Jordan.
Oh, fun. So there's a little line of dialogue there about the android that we saved.
Nice.
Well.
You were a good egg. You did a good thing.
I don't
Detective Reed, that's the guy who doesn't like you.
Okay, here's Hank's desk. Right? Yeah, this is Hank's desk.
Snoop on Hank.
Yes, snooping is good.
Excuse me. Do you know
Mr.
what time Lieutenant
Anderson.
Anderson usually arrives?
Depends
Matrix,
on where he was
anybody?
the night before.
Oh, yeah.
We're lucky we'll see him before noon.
The Matrix 2 was actually on TV the other night and we watched it, and I was just like, why did this do so well?
You know, the second and third ones do not age well. I would argue that the first one ages remarkably well.
I definitely agree with that, but like, we had just tuned in and it was the scene where you are battling all of the different Mr. Smiths. And I just don't get it. It's clearly bad CGI.
Now it is. At the time, it was amazing, but it ages so poorly because they went to just cartoony-looking CGI.
Yeah. And I don't know. There was just something about it that was so corny. I'm like, I can't even look at this.
All right.
Donuts.
He likes donuts.
Who doesn't?
He likes coffee. Who doesn't? Come on.
Actually, I think that donut place is a real place. Can you zoom in on that again?
He likes he's got a little dead Japanese tree. This is O'Mansley?
That's a real place.
Oh, O'Mansley Donuts. Are they good?
They are pretty damn good.
That's not that good to know.
The best ones are actually in the college town nearby, Ypsilanti, which is where Eastern Michigan is. There's this place called Dom's Bakery, and it's 24 hours. They have a drive-through, but it's cash only, and it is so good. It's so fattening, but it's all handmade by someone's grandma, and you can tell.
All right, this is his record here. Very talented police officer.
Yes, so I have a lot to say about Hank, actually, because I don't want to give too many spoilers for the game, because I know you haven't done every branching option, but I do love their relationship because I think they did a really fantastic job developing it and making us love Hank as a character. You know, he's this grizzled cop. He's got an alcohol problem, but he was once the star of his department. If you read all of the lore, and you read all the little side things here, you find out that he was the head of a red ice task force, and he helped clean up the streets a ton.
Right, the youngest lieutenant.
Youngest lieutenant at 44. He was doing high profile arrests, and he was just all around trying to protect his city and be a good guy. And then his son dies, and understandably, he has all of this immense grief and spirals into depression. He's drinking himself to death, and he's got suicidal tendencies.
Right.
And because, like, later on in the game, no matter what you do, you see him, basically, you find him passed out drunk, and he was playing Russian roulette with his gun.
Yes.
So he's very depressed still. And his son dies during a surgery led by an android. So, understandably, he has
shit.
the hate for androids.
I didn't know that part. That's crazy. So I'll say this too as well about Hank, where I think I told you this. I probably told you this offline. Where like when it gets to the point, so this is another kind of a big spoiler, which I'm going to drop. Hank can kill himself, depending on how you play the relationship, which is what happened to me in my main playthrough that I completed.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, even though it's very sad, like I didn't feel in that moment like Connor was really to blame for that. It is kind of framed in that way from a gameplay standpoint. If you had chosen different dialogue options, this wouldn't have happened. But I didn't take it to mean that thematically or from a character standpoint. I'm like, that guy is responsible for his own life and he makes his own choices. And if we're really going to sit here from a moral standpoint and say that his living or dying was going to come down to how this glorified appliance talked to him, that's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, there's definitely that scene can be triggered even if you have a good relationship with him.
Yeah. So my main point in saying that from a video game standpoint is I really appreciate when there can be massively divergent story branches and both of them feel legitimate.
Yeah, definitely.
In the sense that they don't feel gamey and also neither one of them. I mean, look, it's a sad thing, right? It's a terribly sad thing. He's committing suicide. It's awful. But the game, I don't think, lays it on too thick in saying, like, this is your fault, right? Like, you can play either branch and have a plausible roleplay reason for doing either one of them. And they both feel legitimate.
100%. 100%.
I love that. I think, I don't know yet, but I think I'm going to be very satisfied with friendship Hank Rat.
It's a total bromance. I love it. So his son dies during surgery because the human surgeon that was supposed to take over was out of his mind on ice. He was tripping.
Oh, wow.
So an android had to take over or had to perform the surgery, however it happens, and because his son died, he hates androids now. I mean, his job performance suffers, his career stalls, his wife leaves him. He's just a total mess. So when you first meet him and he's all angry with Connor for basically existing,
right?
We don't really know why, and we just assume he's racist towards androids, or however you want to put it. And it's only when you grow your relationship, whether positively or negatively, or if you don't at all, because that's an option too, you will still get some information. But he will open up a lot more if you have a friendship and explain what happened with Cole and everything, and he'll realize maybe androids aren't all awful, and he will let go of some of that anger. And if you, as Connor, try to understand him more as a human being, even if it's just out of curiosity, and try to kindle a friendship, he begins to warm up to you, and he starts to change and be more towards that person he was before all of this trauma happened to him.
That's very well written. It's super interesting. But you know what's really sort of like doubly tragic about that is that Hank sounds to me like he internalized the anger that he felt not at the android surgeon but at the human surgeon for being a junkie. And now he's an alcoholic and he has an android who's potentially coming in to replace him in some way, right? In the exact same way because that surgeon couldn't do his job because he was high on ice all the time. And you could argue Hank has a harder time doing his job because he's fucking drunk all the time. And now
totally.
now he's in a relationship with an android in a way that sort of parallels what happened to his son. And so I imagine that's just like doubling his animosity towards Connor in the beginning.
Yeah. Actual Velociraptor makes a good point too, saying Hank still kept his job and took relative care of himself and his friends, unlike Todd, who lost all his family and became a fuck up, which is totally true.
That's a very important point, is that Hank is still redeemable, right? Like Hank still has some semblance of his keeping it together. I can't find the 8th clue. Isn't it supposed to be the iPod or something?
Yeah, or the headphones leading off of the iPod.
I can't reach it.
You should be able to.
Unless it's something else, then I don't know. I have the coffee cup, the plant. I'm just going to do all of them again just to be sure, but coffee cup.
You definitely did that one. Plant you did.
Donuts
you did. Because I wanted to see it. Was it the chair itself?
The board, the hat. I think I got the chair, but I'll do it again. Oh, it's the hat. Okay.
That was the one thing we missed.
Detroit basketball, because they couldn't get the rights to the Pistons.
Nope, but it's still the Tigers D.
Very nice. I appreciate that. Okay, we got all the clues.
Yay.
It's good to see you again, Lieutenant.
Oh,
So you learned something. And here he is in this hideous Hawaiian shirt.
In my office.
I can either enter and listen in, or I can explore the office. I think I explored the office before.
Yeah, go ahead and listen in. Lucas says, ladies and gents, Jordan is too short to play video games because he can't reach clues. Confirmed.
I've got 10 new cases involving androids on my desk every day. We've always had isolated incidents. Old ladies losing their android maids and that kind of crap. But now, we're getting reports of assaults and even homicide, like that guy last night. This isn't just CyberLife's problem anymore. It's now a criminal investigation, and we've got to deal with it before the shit hits the fan. I want you to investigate these cases and see if there's any link.
Why me? Why do I gotta be the one to deal with this shit? I am the least qualified cop in the country to handle this case. I know jack shit about androids, Jeffrey. I can barely change the settings on my own phone.
Everybody's overloaded. I think you're perfectly qualified for this type of investigation.
Bullshit! The truth is, nobody wants to investigate these fucking androids, and you left me holding the bag.
CyberLife sent over this android to help with the investigation. It's a state-of-the-art prototype. It'll act as your partner.
No fucking way! I don't need a partner, and certainly not this plastic prick.
Hank, you are seriously starting to piss me off. You are a police lieutenant. You are supposed to do what I say and shut your goddamn mouth.
You know what my goddamn mouth has to say to you?
Okay.
Huh?
Okay. I'll pretend like I didn't hear that, so I don't have to add any more pages to your disciplinary folder, because it already looks like a fucking novel. This conversation is over.
Jeffrey, Jesus Christ, why are you doing this to me? You know how much I hate these fucking things. Why are you doing this to me?
Listen, I've had just about enough of your bitching. Either you do your job or you hand in your badge. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got work to do.
Such a classic cop scene, man.
Oh, I know. It's just the only thing they left out was him throwing everything off the desk.
Yeah.
Also, actual Velociraptor said, "Wait, how tall is Jordan? Am I taller than Jordan?" No, because Jordan has posted a thing on Twitter before about comparing his height to Jack's and Katie's and someone else.
Yes.
Can confirm Jordan is a brick shit house.
I'm tall. Okay. What did Anderson positive file leave? Does he mean like ask for the files? I mean, they're on the computer either way. I don't know what positive means. Positive about what? There wasn't a lot positive that just happened there.
No, I would just leave.
Anderson file. Yeah, I guess because Hank's gonna get mad if I'm talking to him after he left. Probably, I would think.
Yeah, Hank's a bitch about it.
All right.
Well then, I won't keep you any longer. Have a nice day, Captain.
Well then.
Have a nice day. He's such a dork.
Yeah. Every time he talks, it just reminds me of how my customer service voice sounds. Because you know how everyone has one if you work in retail.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And it's not me at all. It's like, thank you for calling. How can I help you today? And I just want to shoot myself.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Understanding, pragmatic, constructive. I guess understanding. Pragmatic.
Yeah, there's a locked one too, so I wonder if we were supposed to talk to him.
I get the impression my presence.
Oh yeah, you have to
causes
look around and
some
see if you can find Toad too.
inconvenience, Lieutenant. I'd like you to know I'm very sorry about that.
Positive or partners? I guess I'll go positive.
Mm-hmm.
In any case, I'd like you to know I'm very happy to be working with you. I'm sure we'll make a great team. Is there a desk anywhere I could use?
No one's using that one.
Okay, all right.
Do you see Todd anywhere?
Oh, Todd.
Lab report says they cut it with something.
No?
Maybe they're trying out a new form of red ice.
Let me see if he's by the front.
He could be.
We really need the forensics.
The nice thing, push me around on the chair, Hank. Yeah. The nice thing about this is like it's not timed in any way, so you can kind of wander around a bit more.
Yeah, I don't see him.
All right, we may have missed him. It's not anything interesting. He just walks through.
Oh, here's a nice little thing here. There's a magazine. I don't think I ever saw this one before about robotic parenting, about the child models.
Ooh, no hunger, no expensive childcare.
Okay,
no
here's
smelly
interesting.
diapers.
Customizable removable LED, which answers another one of my questions about Alice.
That was something I always wondered about too, because I'm like, did she do it because she was being abused and so she thought maybe if she looked more human that he wouldn't hurt her as much?
Well, that's interesting.
Plus, it doesn't have to be a lifelong commitment. Oof.
That is so weird.
It's so fucked up. Because you can just trade it in and have it decommissioned.
Yeah, that's so weird. It avoids the dreaded teenage years. So what do? You just go, all right, well, we're done now.
I guess, yeah. It's very dark.
That's just not a good use for robots.
No.
Not at all. Oh, this guy's over here, so we can still have this interaction with him if I go over here.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't know that I'm going to do necessarily. Although well, I do enjoy that you can like punch the guy later on.
You can punch him?
Yeah, you can punch Reed towards the end. This guy's here. Interesting.
Oh.
They're going to destroy me.
Sincere, cold, compassionate, indifferent. Compassionate?
Probably. I never knew he was here. I never had this conversation.
It's not what I wanted. But there's nothing I can do. I know there's something you didn't tell me.
Huh. Wait.
I need to know before they take you away.
Oh, shit. Okay. Very interesting. So there's something unlocked about the statuette, but I can also ask him about RA9 again.
I would ask him about the statuette.
Oh, do we really want to ask him about the statuette?
If it's an unlock, it means it's something you couldn't do before.
It's true.
But it's up to you.
It's true. But sometimes I feel it's like the red and blue options in Mass Effect. Like you automatically want to pick them because they're there.
Mm-hmm.
In this conversation, I don't even know if it was. I think the statuette is unlocked because
you brought it up during the interrogation?
Or because I saw it in the files, or because he's alive in general.
I don't know.
I mean, he already said it's an offering, but I feel like he knows something about RA9 because he didn't answer the last time. What the heck? I'm going to try it. I'm so curious about this goddamn RA9 stuff. I know it can't be solved in game. It's like one of the unsolved things, but let me see what he says.
What you wrote on the wall, RA9. What does it mean?
I'm going to die.
Oh.
Poor dude. God, that's just sad. Who else is back here?
Oh shit. Oh no.
Open the cell, quick!
Oh boy.
Don't touch it. Oh god. Did he just kill himself?
Yep.
I'll call Cyberlife. Clean this mess up.
There's just like open mouths. What the? Oh, damn.
Well, there goes that guy.
Well, If you know you're gonna die, do you wait until it happens, or do you do it yourself? I mean,
seems like a small amount of damage for him to be able to kill himself just with some.
Yeah.
Okay. All
They're
right.
pretty powerful, though.
Let's have a seat and look at some files.
Yeah, still no Todd. Bummer. I'm not sure where he went. Oh, Velociraptor said you can hear him report to an officer. He doesn't mention Alice at all, and that's a clue.
All right. Let's ask him about basketball.
You're a Detroit Gears fan, right? Denton Carter scored 53% of his shots from the three-point line yesterday. Did you see the game?
That's what I was watching.
God, he's such a dork.
Oh.
What about his dog?
You have a dog, right?
Sumo.
How do you know that?
The dog hair's on your chair. I like dogs. What's your dog's name?
What's it to you? Sumo. I call him Sumo.
Okay.
I love how he's just like, I like dogs. Just so, like, childlike about it.
Let's see. Do I ask him about Fowler?
I would say don't
I've
ask
known
about the
Captain Fowler for
anti-androids.
long.
I'm not gonna do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Too long.
All right. Start
If
working.
you have any files on deviants, I'd like to take a look at them.
Terminal's on your desk. Knock yourself out.
Bosog says, how do you do, fellow dog-loving person?
Here we go. So I'm not gonna read through all of these, but I thought it was very interesting that you.
There are a couple you should read through. So this... Go back to the ginger.
Yep. Yes.
And he is... You meet him later on.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you go back to the sex bot...
Oh, that's what's her name?
Yep.
Yeah.
North.
That's right, North.
And then there's another one that is also a sex bot that is a reference to what happens later in the game, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, this is about the unknown is Markus.
It is, yeah, for sure. I like how they sort of give you this background on everyone, and sort of you start to see it from this perspective of like your three main protagonists, and knowing at this early stage that they're all going to collide at some point.
Yeah, and here's Kara. The plaintiff claims he was violently attacked by his domestic android, had just returned from being repaired, and showed signs of aggression in the past.
Hilarious.
But he doesn't mention Alice at all, or the fact that she's missing, which is kind of fucked up.
243 files. First dates back 9 months. It all started in Detroit and quickly spread across the country. An AX-400 is reported to have assaulted a man last night. That could be a good starting point for our investigation.
We really need the forensics.
Direct, aggressive, professional, understanding. Let's try understanding.
I understand you're facing personal issues, Lieutenant. But you need to move past them. And
hey, don't talk to me like you know me. I'm not
I
your
don't think
friend.
that was-
I don't need your
Well,
advice.
it's so
okay?
bad the way he words it.
I know.
Oh, you're going through personal issues. Like, Jesus Christ. Okay. Determined, threatened. What is resigned the mission? Well, I can't do that, so I guess I have to go determined.
Mm-hmm.
I've been assigned this mission, Lieutenant. I didn't come here to wait until you feel like working.
Listen, asshole. If it was up to me, I'd throw the lot of you in a dumpster and set
No
a
shit.
match to it. So stop pissing me off. Or things are gonna get nasty.
Lieutenant, sorry to disturb you.
I have some information on the AX-400 that attacked the guy last night. It's been seen in the Ravendale district.
I'm on it.
Connor's just like, how dare you touch me?
All right.
Oof. I think Hank would word it differently if he saw dumpster Markus crawled out of.
Okay, so Hank got a lead. I guess it's possible that Hank doesn't get a lead. Wow. Or the lead comes from somewhere else. I don't know. 97%, but
I wonder if Todd is dead, because not a lot of people did that.
Yeah,
maybe
possibly.
You don't get the lead.
Possibly.
I don't know.
Okay, so but I think we're a little over 2 hours, so that's a good place to stop for today, and then we'll pick up again either next week or sometime.
Heck yeah.
And it's gonna it'll go back to car, etc. Okay, but yeah, very interesting. Again, more things happening that I didn't know.
The company that manufactured me
can happen.
is conducting a user survey.
I love it.
Would you like to participate?
Oh, the user survey. I think I skipped this the last time.
Let's do it on stream really quick.
All right, user survey.
It's just a funsy thing to do.
Would you consider having a relationship with an android that looks like a human?
No.
No? No sex bots for Jordan?
Could become a threat to mankind?
Do I think it could become a threat? Yes.
If you had to live on a deserted island and could only bring one object,
I think it's changed.
An airplane. What is it? A book, a cell phone, pen and paper, a console, and a cell phone, obviously.
Do you consider yourself dependent
would you have
on
signal?
technology?
Do I consider myself dependent? Yes.
What technology do you most anticipate?
Do I most anticipate? Flying cars, space tourism, brain-connected devices, androids. Probably androids. It's either androids or brain-connected devices.
You've said in the past you would still get one, even if you don't trust them.
Okay,
Do you
androids.
believe in God?
Yes.
Would you let an android take care of your children?
Would I let an android take care of my children? I mean, like a well-programmed one, sure.
Not a Markus
per day would you
or
say
Connor.
you
Can
spend
you
on
imagine
an
Connor trying to take care of
electronic
children?
I like dogs. It's like, okay, how much time per day would you say you spend on an electronic device? I mean, more than 4 hours if we count like a work laptop, sure.
Yeah.
If you needed emergency surgery, would you agree to be operated on by a machine?
Agree to be operated on by a machine. Yes. I mean, if it's a well-programmed one.
Well, you say that, but the one that operated on Cole was well programmed, and he still died.
There's. If you look at it statistically, do they have on average a higher or a lower percentage of error than a human?
True.
And I'd imagine they have as much. I imagine they wouldn't be allowed to use them unless it was lower.
Right. That's fair.
So let's say yes, I would.
Do you think one day machines could develop consciousness?
Could they develop consciousness? No, not real. No. All right, let's see what I got here. Would you consider having a relationship with an android that looks like a human? 66% said yes, because people want sex robots. People want sex elves. People want sex aliens. It's a lot of horny folks playing video games. Do you think that technology could become a threat to mankind? 69% said yes. Good job, people. 30% of people said that they want an instrument on a desert island. What are you gonna do with an instrument, really?
Entertain yourself. Use it for wood.
You consider yourself dependent on technology. 84% said yes. What technology do you anticipate? 31% said androids. 39% said brain-connected devices, which I think is true.
I've never really understood that, because to have a brain-connected device is like, I mean, that's brain surgery. I don't know if I'd want brain surgery just to be able to have like cybernetic eyes or something.
I agree. It's pretty dubious. Although I do think the whole neural link argument, as far as like the biggest inhibitor to using technology at this point, is the connection between us and the technology. That's we're using our fingers to touch a thing, and that's the slowest. It's really slow compared to having something like a neural link.
Well, it's not like you're gonna have Sniffstagram or something.
Right. Okay, so do you believe in God? We've got 53% no, 19% don't know, 28% say yes. That's pretty much the demographics of the U.S. right now.
Yep.
Would you let an android take care of your children? 55% said yes, 25% said don't know. How much time per day would you say you spend on an electronic device? 76% said more, which is most people work on a computer, so.
Yeah.
If you needed emergency surgery, would you agree to be operated on by a machine? 77% said yes. Do you think one day machines could develop consciousness? 69% said yes. Tut. So wrong.
I guess it just depends. If you're looking at it in terms of like the world of this game, I can see where they're coming from. If you're looking at it from the stance of like where we are now, probably not. We're a long way off from anything related to the Turing test or anything like that.
Right. Okay, though. Another episode
This
of
is
the books.
the extra section.
We did
As you
it.
play, you'll unlock
Nobody's dead
all
yet.
kinds of content that you can find here.
Okay, returning to desktop. Okay, very fun. Like I said, we'll be back next week. I don't think I'll be streaming tomorrow. If that changes, I'll tweet it.
I will be, so.
That's right. You will be streaming tomorrow over on your channel, same time, around noon.
12:30. It basically depends on when the caffeine kicks in.
Very good. Look, wake up late on the weekend. I highly encourage it. Follow us on Twitter. We announce things there.
And I also post cat pictures.
And I also post random observations about games and how much I hate Twitter.
Yes, it's very deep.
Okay, any final thoughts?
I'm loving all the surprises. We did some deep introspection this week on all the characters. And Markus is hashtag save Markus. He's my favorite.
Markus is awesome. I love them all. I love all three of them.
My Twitter is down below in the description for those of you who are asking.
Yeah, links for everything is down below. We love you all. Everybody have a good rest of your weekend. Have an excellent week, and we will see you next time.